Hello, welcome back to the Man Cave. Welcome to this week's update. Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much to all the new subscribers. I've had a little bit of a rush on, if you like, of new subscribers, and I'm really, really appreciative. So thank you very much. If you're watching this and you haven't yet subscribed, just click the button or whatever it is. You know how it all works. It really does fluff up my ego. Yeah, it's just a nice thing to do, and it will be in your feed thing every time I do a new video, and there's going to be plenty coming soon, as well as the modelling content, lots of chat pieces, reviews, things like that. Give us a like as well, or helps with the algorithms. Something that I really don't understand still is why have I got sort of 3 times as many subscribers as views? So why do people subscribe and then don't watch? It's a bit odd to me. But anyway, there we are. If you have subscribed, thanks very much. If you're thinking about it, go on. It's Christmas. Give me a subscribe. It would be really nice. So right, that housekeeping blah out the way. Let's get on with the show. Modelling content then, or channel content, I should say. Yeah, a bit of a cock up in that I'd actually scheduled part 4 of the Spitfire Mark 12 video to go out next week by mistake instead of last Sunday. I didn't realise until the Monday, and as soon as I did, I just released a video straight away. So apologies if it was Sunday and you're waiting for part 4, the final part. You just had to wait an extra 24 hours. Anyway, at least you got it on Monday and not next Sunday, which is what I scheduled it for. It's a bit bizarre. Part 4, as always, covers the painting and weathering and the finishing of the project. Some useful hints and tips. I've already had some really nice comments, actually. So thank you very much for those. And yeah, that kind of wraps up that big project. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's you know, the laminar flow designs conversion sets are absolutely amazing. They are unbelievable, and it was a joy to put together. Always dismissed the Mark 12, always thought it was a bit funny looking, but actually it's one of my favorite variants now, not just because I've built it, but just doing the research for it, I got a new appreciation. I just think it looks really pugnacious and there will be a magazine article of that going in Air Modeler some point next year, probably. So you can watch out for that as well. Right, that's that. The next project is the Airx JP. Now, normally a project is split into 4 parts. You get the introduction, it's part 1. Part 2 is the cockpit. Part 3 is the construction of the airframe, and part 4 is the painting and weathering and finishing off. I didn't think that the JP warranted a kind of 4-parter all breakdown like that. So I've actually broken it down into 2 parts. So part 1 is a bit of an introduction, very short, and then we're straight into the modelling bench with the cockpit and airframe construction. And then part 2 is the painting, which is actually quite complicated if you look at the scheme. And I do the ejection seats and you know, bring the project together, and at the end there's a bit of a wash up, a bit of a debrief. So that's a 2-parter. Part 1 will go out on next Sunday, but you're gonna have to wait until I get back to Saudi for part 2. Partly because I need to edit it, but also my microphone is in Saudi and I need that to do the voiceover. So you're gonna have to wait. So there'll be a bit of a gap waiting for that one, but I'll try and get that out as soon as I can. And then the modeling content wise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I quite liked the idea that I had a finished model and then I start releasing part 1, part 2, so I'm ahead. Now clearly, with having these couple of weeks off, I've had a break from the bench and I'm not going to be able to do that now, so everything's going to go on pause modeling content wise. And then what I'm going to do is when that Spitfire, the new lamellar flow design 148 scale Spitfire, or Spitfires, because I'm going to do 2. When they're done, then I'll put the video out. So there'll be a gap of, I don't know, depends how long it takes me to build one, I suppose. But that's the way I'm going to do it. And then what I can do is I can put the final reveal picture, if you like, as the thumbnail, and hopefully drive some more traffic to the channel. That's going to be the plan. Right, other things going on the channel. I've just recorded a mini art 2025 reaction video. Some really exciting news coming out of mini art. They've announced a Razorback P47 following on from their bubble tops earlier this year, and also what completely blindsided everybody right out the blue is an FW190 D9. So I've done a reaction video to Mini Arts 2025, and that's, by the time you watch this, I'm going to release this on Friday, that's probably gone up. So I'm not going to do a deep dive into that now. What I'm going to talk about is a new release from IBG and Mung. So let's deal with IBG first. They've announced a Gotha 242 and 244. They're going to do the whole series. Really clever marketing strategy from them, I thought, on the socials, where they gave out just little teasers, and it created a lot of discussion, not least on my Facebook page, of, you know, they said they're going to do something from the first half of the 1940s, so clearly it's going to be wartime. Then it was going to be Luftwaffe, the twin engine, you know, all these little hints. And I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Looking at the CAD renders, though, it looks fabulous. Not really my thing, if I'm honest, but it just looks like a really, really well done model, and not that small. So probably, you know, who'd have thought that IBG would do like a big twin engine thing like that? And it kind of bodes well for the future. Hopefully they'll do that elusive Do 217 and some of the other aeroplanes from that period of time that, you know, are not limited on size. Who knows? But yeah, that looks really, really nice. Lots of photo etch going on in there, lots of detail. How much of that detail in the cargo hold you'll be able to see once it's built, who knows? But it's a funky looking thing, that. And yeah, should do well for them. So well done, IBG. Brilliant. Both on the choice of subject and marketing, even though, like I say, it's not really my thing. Right, the other thing to talk about then is Mung, or Meng, and they've announced an E18G Growler in 148 scale. Now, right, the name of that aeroplane, if it was in RAF or Royal Navy service, there's no way we get away with calling it that, because in the UK it's slang for lady parts, and yeah, really quite amusing. But anyway, that aside, I think that's a great choice. Obviously they've done the F-18, or the Super Hornet, the E version, and that's supposed to be a lovely kit. Goes together really well, highly detailed, and this looks exactly the same. The crew figures, you actually get seated crew figures with it, and that, you know, they look fantastic. And it's something I'm probably going to build, and I'm probably going to build it next year, because a friend of mine on my squadron, Australian bloke, flew them on 6th Squadron, and I've got a funny feeling he's going to ask me to build it for him, which, you know, I don't really mind at all, because I hear great things about their Super Hornet. So, you know, yeah, and hopefully it should be a good one for the channel, rather than this stream of Spitfires and Spitfire conversions I'm going to be doing. That'll break things up quite nicely. So yeah, well done, Mung, and we'll see how that looks in the flesh when that gets released, which I'm sure is very soon. Right, there we go. I've kind of run out of things to say now, which is no bad thing. Stay tuned on the channel. Lots of content coming. Obviously, it's going to slow down over Christmas. I might not get anything else out until I get back to Saudi. It depends what I get from Father Christmas, what's under the tree. If there's anything really cool to bring you, I suspect not, because I tend to order it myself anyway, or just the kids get me Hannah's vouchers or something, and I kind of do it that way. But yeah, we'll see what comes out modelling content wise. Like I say, but if I don't see you, I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas. I hope you get what you've asked for, and not a lump of coal because you've been naughty. And yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic time. So if I don't see you, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on the flip side. Cheers, bye-bye.